Yo, this is Light Overdose. Me and my son and this guy right here, we are planning to build a hoop house in this location in our backyard, because where we live it snows and it gets really cold during the winter, so it's smart to have a hoop house. And like that, in the same time, we preserve and keep our basic survival skills, which is growing our own food. The first thing that we did, we picked the location. It has an exposure on the sun. There is a lot of sun happening here, and we are planning to keep this whole thing that being here forever. But I think it's going to be useful to grow vegetables that likes to crawl, like tomatoes, cucumber, peas, and other vegetables. We got some basic material, and by the way, the wood is really expensive at this moment. So we got two 12 feet 4x4, and we got two 10 feet 4x4. We're gonna use those to make a base or the bottom of the hoop house. And we got 5 PVC tubes. They are 1 inch in the diameter and 20 feet long. Also, we got these pieces of wood. 2 of them are 12 feet and the 2 others are 10 feet. They are 2x4, and they are going to be useful to make a frame for the door and probably a big window in the back of the hoop house. I think it's a good thing to have a door and a window like that in the summertime. When it gets really hot, you just open the door and the window, and like that you get a nice ventilation. So we're gonna plan how to make an arc with the PVC tubes, and then we're gonna cover all of that with plastic. It's a basic hoop house, but it's really important to have one of those. These are EMT pipes. They are 3/4 in the diameter, 10 feet long. I'm gonna cut them to 20 inches pieces. I need 10 of them, and then we're gonna stick them to the hoop house base, and we're gonna use them to connect and hold the PVC pipes all together. Using a 1-inch drill bit to drill the holes where we're gonna stick the EMT pipes, since they are 3/4 in the diameter. I am leaving 11 inches as a clearance, and the rest of the EMT pipe is going into the ground, which is going to reinforce the hoop house, since where we live it gets really windy. And the clearance, we're gonna use it to attach the PVC pipes. Okay. Da, 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 da. Ma, 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 ma. This door was sitting in my storage, so I'm gonna figure out how to make it work for the hoop house, and mostly upcycle what we have. So the idea is two big holes, enough to fit the head of the screw, so it goes all the way in, and two small holes from the inside. This is how we're gonna tight the pipe to the piece of wood, which is going to be the frame of the door. This is a window that I removed from a food trailer, and it's been sitting in my driveway for a while. It's time to use it, so I'm about to install it in the back of the hoop house for more ventilation when it gets hot. I added two pieces of wood between the door side and the window side to reinforce the body of the hoop house, and they are attached to the PVC as well. I drilled holes from the top and then I put screws. It looks better now. It's not shaking like before. I'm drilling a hole through the PVC and DMT and then adding a screw like that. The PVC doesn't move like this. So since the area where we live, it gets really windy, I'm gonna drill 1-inch holes from this side all around the base of the hoop house, and I'm gonna use the rest of the AMT tube to secure the hoop house more. I added those pieces of wood. They are attached to the PVC just to secure the structure of the hoop house more. This is the water system. It's a 1-inch hole. Time to cover up the hoop house by using this plastic. This is a 20 feet by 25 feet 4 mil. The tools that I'm going to need is a stapler, a pair of scissors, and a knife. I'm going to fill up those gaps with dirt.